Passion Travel is a channel specializing in all things travel street food, and subscribe if you like the content.
Coconut drops. A sweet treat made from coconut, sugar, and spices formed into small candies. Coconut drops are a sweet and flavorful treat that can be found in various Caribbean countries, including Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. These delicious confections are made from coconut, sugar, and spices. Here's how they are typically prepared. Ingredients: grated fresh coconut, or desiccated coconut, granulated sugar nutmeg, cinnamon, and vanilla for flavor. Water instructions: start by grating fresh coconut or using desiccated coconut if fresh coconut is not available. In a saucepan, combine the grated coconut with granulated sugar. The ratio of coconut to sugar can vary based on personal preference, but a common ratio is 2 parts coconut to 1 part sugar. Add a small amount of water to the mixture. This will help the sugar dissolve and create a syrupy consistency. Start with a few tablespoons of water and add more as needed to reach the desired consistency. Place the saucepan over medium heat and stir the mixture continuously. You want to cook the mixture until it thickens and the sugar completely dissolves. This process can take around 10-15 minutes. As the mixture thickens, add a pinch of grated nutmeg, a dash of ground cinnamon, and a few drops of vanilla extract for flavor. The spices and vanilla enhance the taste of the coconut drops. Once the mixture has thickened and the sugar is fully dissolved, remove it from the heat. Quickly spoon small portions of the mixture onto a greased baking sheet or wax paper. Allow them to cool and harden. Once the drops have completely cooled and solidified, they can be easily removed from the baking sheet or wax paper. Coconut drops are typically shaped into small, bite-sized pieces, similar to candies. They should have a slightly chewy texture with a sweet coconutty flavor and a hint of spice. Coconut drops are a delightful snack or dessert and are often enjoyed as a sweet treat in the Caribbean. They are not only delicious, but also a great way to savor the tropical flavors of the region, especially the delightful taste of coconut. Grilled fish. Freshly caught fish, often marinated and grilled with local spices. Grilled fish is a popular and delicious street food in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines and many other Caribbean countries. The warm climate and abundant access to fresh seafood make it a staple in the local cuisine. Here's a simple recipe for preparing grilled fish. Ingredients: whole fish. Common choices include snapper, grouper, or mahi-mahi. Lime or lemon juice. Fresh herbs, such as thyme, parsley, and cilantro. Garlic, minced Scotch bonnet pepper or another hot pepper. Optional for spiciness. Salt and black pepper, to taste olive oil or vegetable oil. Aluminum foil, if grilling whole fish. Instructions: clean and gut the whole fish if needed. You can also use fish fillets if you prefer. In a bowl, prepare a marinade by combining lime or lemon juice, minced garlic, chopped fresh herbs, finely chopped Scotch bonnet pepper, adjust the amount based on your heat tolerance, salt, and black pepper. You can customize the marinade to your taste, adding more or less of each ingredient. Score the fish by making diagonal cuts on both sides. This helps the marinade penetrate and flavors the fish evenly. Place the fish in a shallow dish or a resealable plastic bag, then pour the marinade over it. Make sure the fish is well coated with the marinade. If using fish fillets, let them marinate for at least 30 minutes. For whole fish, you can marinate for a few hours in the refrigerator. If you're grilling a whole fish, you can wrap it in aluminum foil with the marinade and herbs, creating a packet for easier grilling and to prevent the fish from sticking to the grill grates. Preheat your grill to medium-high heat. Make sure the grill grates are clean and well-oiled to prevent sticking. Grill the fish on both sides until it's cooked through. The cooking time will vary depending on the thickness of the fish, but it's usually around 4 or 6 minutes per side for fillets or longer for whole fish. You'll know the fish is done when the flesh is opaque and easily flakes with a fork. Be careful not to overcook it, as it can become dry. Serve the grilled fish hot. garnished with additional fresh herbs and slices of lime or lemon. Grilled fish in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines is often served with side dishes like rice and peas, fried plantains, or breadfruit. It's a delicious and healthy street food option that allows you to enjoy the fresh flavors of the Caribbean. Crabback, crab shells stuffed with a mixture of crab meat, herbs, and seasonings, then baked until golden. Crabback is a delicious and traditional dish commonly found in the Caribbean, including Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. It is made using crab shells that are stuffed with a flavorful mixture of crab meat, herbs, and seasonings. Here's how to prepare crabback. Ingredients: crab shells, usually the top shells from cleaned crabs. Fresh crab meat. You can also use canned crab meat if fresh is not available. Onion, finely chopped green bell pepper, finely chopped Scotch bonnet pepper, finely chopped, adjust to your preferred level of spiciness. Garlic, minced thyme leaves, salt, and black pepper. To taste, breadcrumbs, butter, lime, or lemon juice. Olive oil instructions. Begin by cleaning and preparing the crab shells. If using fresh crabs, clean them, remove the top shells, and set them aside. If using canned crab meat, make sure to drain it well. In a large skillet, heat some olive oil over medium heat. Add the finely chopped onion, green bell pepper, and garlic. Sauté them until they become tender and aromatic. Add the fresh crab meat or canned crab meat to the skillet and cook for a few minutes, allowing the flavors to meld. Season the crab mixture with thyme leaves, salt, and black pepper. You can also add a squeeze of lime or lemon juice for some acidity. If you prefer a spicy crabback, add finely chopped Scotch bonnet pepper to the mixture. Adjust the amount to your desired level of heat. Remember that Scotch bonnet peppers are quite hot, so be cautious. Remove the skillet from the heat and stir in some breadcrumbs and a small amount of butter. The breadcrumbs help bind the mixture and provide a nice texture. Carefully stuff the crab shells with the seasoned crab meat mixture. Pack it in tightly but not too densely. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees, 175 degrees. Place the stuffed crab shells on a baking sheet and drizzle a bit of olive oil over the top. Bake the crab back in the preheated oven for about 15-20 minutes or until they become golden brown and heated through. Roasted corn. You can find vendors selling freshly roasted corn on the cob along the streets. Roasted corn is a simple yet delicious street food that you can find in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as many other parts of the world. It's a popular snack that's easy to prepare and perfect for enjoying on the go. Here's how you can make roasted corn. Ingredients: fresh corn on the cob with the husks still on butter or margarine, optional. Salt and pepper, optional. Aluminum foil, if grilling. Instructions: start by selecting fresh corn on the cob. Leave the husks on, as they will help retain moisture and flavor while roasting. If you're using an outdoor grill for roasting, preheat it to medium-high heat. If you're using an oven, you can preheat it to around 375 degrees, 190 degrees C. If you're using a grill, you can soak the corn in water for about 10-15 minutes before grilling. This helps keep the husks from burning. If you're roasting in the oven, you can skip this step. Place the corn on the grill grates or directly on the oven rack and roast. If you're using an outdoor grill, it's a good idea to rotate the corn occasionally for even cooking. Roast the corn for about 15-20 minutes or until the kernels are tender and slightly charred. If you're roasting in the oven, place the corn directly on the oven rack and roast for a similar amount of time. If you prefer, you can baste the corn with melted butter or margarine while roasting. This adds a rich and buttery flavor to the corn. If desired, sprinkle the roasted corn with a bit of salt and pepper for added flavor. You can also get creative by adding other seasonings like chili powder, paprika, or grated Parmesan cheese. If you're grilling the corn, you can also wrap it in aluminum foil with seasonings and butter to create a packet for roasting. This will help lock in the flavors and keep the corn moist. Once the corn is cooked to your liking and has a nice roasted appearance, remove it from the grill or oven. Allow the roasted corn to cool slightly, then peel back the husks and use them as a handle to hold the corn. It's a convenient way to enjoy your roasted corn without making a mess. Roasted corn is a delightful and simple street food, loved for its smoky, sweet, and slightly charred flavor. It's a perfect snack to savor the flavors of the Caribbean, and you can customize it with your favorite seasonings and toppings to suit your taste. Callaloo Soup, a hearty soup made with dasheen leaves, okra, and often served with saltfish and dumplings. Callaloo Soup is a popular and flavorful dish in the Caribbean, including Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. It is a hearty and nutritious soup made with callaloo leaves, which are similar to spinach or amaranth greens. Callaloo is often served with saltfish, salted and dried cod, creating a delicious and satisfying meal. Here's a basic recipe for making callaloo soup. Ingredients: 1 pound callaloo leaves. You can substitute with spinach or amaranth greens if callaloo is not available. 1 2-pound saltfish, salted codfish, 1 onion, finely chopped 2 cloves garlic, minced 1-2 scallions, chopped 1 Scotch bonnet, pepper, adjust to your preferred level of spiciness, 1 small sweet potato, diced, optional, 1 medium yam, diced, optional, 1 medium green plantain, diced, optional, 1 can of coconut milk, water, salt, and black pepper to taste cooking oil, such as olive oil. Instructions: start by preparing the saltfish, salted codfish. Rinse it under cold water to remove excess salt, then soak it in water for a few hours or overnight, changing the water a few times. Once it's desalted, boil the saltfish until it's tender and can be easily flaked. Drain, remove any bones or skin, and set it aside. Wash the callaloo leaves thoroughly, remove any tough stems, and chop them into smaller pieces. In a large soup pot, heat some cooking oil over medium heat. Add the chopped onion, garlic, and scallions, and sauté until they become fragrant and the onions are translucent. If you want to add root vegetables to the soup, now is the time to add the diced sweet potato, yam, and green plantain. Sauté them for a few minutes. Pour in the coconut milk and enough water to cover the ingredients in the pot. Bring the mixture to a simmer. Add the boiled and flaked saltfish to the pot and continue to simmer, allowing the vegetables to cook until they are tender. Stir in the chopped callaloo leaves and let them wilt and cook down in the soup. This should take about 5 to 10 minutes. Season the soup with salt and black pepper to taste. If you like it spicy, you can add the whole Scotch bonnet pepper to the pot. Remove it later if you don't want the soup to be too hot. Alternatively, you can finely chop the pepper for more heat.